As the Marble Cup nears its end, the marbles are running out of time to get points here at Race 5. Here at Race 5, we have a hairpin at the gate, down to a left turn and a right turn, with a slope to the longest straight in Marble Cup history in front of the super long stands. A couple more 45 degrees to the pit lane, another right turn down to the snake section at the end of the course. Here are the standings as it stands right now, with the marbles practicing alongside them, with the Rangers in first place, tied with the Cherry Bombs with 76 points. Now for the qualifying of Race 5, 2 laps, and they're rolling as the Rangers are in first place, and the Polar Rollers are trying to take first place, but the Rangers are trying to get space. And the Polar Rollers, there's a lot of action going along here with the pit lane, as all the marbles are just jostling for positions up the conveyor belt for the final lap of the qualifying, with the Rangers getting a lead off of the Cheesy Chasers and the Polar Rollers down the long straight with a couple more 45s. All of the marbles are having trouble with that pit lane today, with the Rangers trying to fend off the Polar Rollers and the Road Racers, as the Rangers will be the victors of the qualifying for Race 5 of the Marble Cup. Here are the full qualifying results, with the Rangers in first place with a time of 31.12. Polar Rollers are in second, with Road Racers in third. Now, for Race 5 of the Marble Cup, 13 laps is about to begin. And they're rolling, with the Road Racers off to a quick start with Polar Rollers in second. Bob is trying to take second place from the Polar Rollers as they are going through the pit lane, as the Road Racers go through the pit lane, losing first place. With Polar Rollers now in first place, Cheesy Chasers in second, Rangers trying to take second from the Cheesy Chasers. As the Polar Rollers are still far ahead, with the Crazy Crabs taking third place from the Algaes as they go in through the pit lane. Cheesy Chasers hit the pit lane, that makes them lose a lot of places, as the Polar Rollers are now in first place with Algaes in second, Crazy Crabs trying to take second place from the Algaes. Down the slope through the long straightaway, and now the Saucy Speeders have taken third place as they go through the pit lane, and now Crazy Crabs are back in third, with Algaes in first. Polar Rollers trying to take first place from the Algaes. Crazy Crabs fending off the Saucy Speeders, who have caught back up with them after having a pit lane incident, with the Algaes trying to fend off the Polar Rollers here, as the Algaes fall down the conveyor belt, with Polar Rollers now in first place. The Blues are in second place now. They started 11th in the starting order, now have taken first place. A great comeback for the Blues so far, as the Polar Rollers are trying to take first place back from the Blues as we enter the midway point. Saucy Speeders in third place, with the Polar Rollers trying to take first place from the Blues, go through the pit lane, and the Saucy Speeders take that advantage, taking them to second place, with the Blues now in first place starting lap 7, as the Saucy Speeders are trying to catch up to them, with Polar Rollers fending off the marbles behind them, which looks like the Algaes. Blues still making their lead even farther, as Saucy Speeders now are trying to fend off the Polar Rollers up the conveyor belt, with Blues and the Saucy Speeders. Blues are just extending their lead every lap. Saucy Speeders have lost second place to the Polar Rollers and the Algaes, and now the Crazy Crabs and the Algaes are fighting for third place, as the Blues are a long way ahead. Polar Rollers the Blues are so far ahead, the Polar Rollers are barely getting down the slope as the Blues are exiting the screen. Now the Algaes are in second place, with the Crazy Crabs in second. Blues have already exited the conveyor belt before any of the other marbles even enter it. You can't even see them a couple of seconds before the other marbles even catch up to the slope. But for second and third place, a lot of marbles are fighting right now. It's the Crazy Crabs in second, with the Algaes and Saucy Speeders tied on the conveyor belt, taking the Saucy Speeders to third place, with the Crazy Crabs fending off a whole bunch of marbles behind them. As the Crazy Crabs hit the conveyor belt, the pit lane, and the Polar Rollers take second place. Blues and off the conveyor belt for the final lap down the slope over the long straightaway. Don't even hit the pit lane. There's the second and third place, but the Blues are going to be your champions for Race 5 of the Marble Cup. A great comeback as they started in 11th place on the starting order. with the Polar Rollers in second and Crazy Crabs in third place. What a race. The Blues are very excited, taking another win for this since race 2 of the Marble Cup. Polar Rollers taking advantage of some pit lane incidents here on the replays. A lot of incidents in the pit lane here today. Here's where the Algaes fell down the conveyor belt and the Crazy Crabs. Looks like a lot of conveyor belt problems there today. Here's where the Blues caught a lot of ground from the Saucy Speeders. And here's the final crossing of the line for the Blues in the top 3. Congratulations to the Blues for first place, with the Polar Rollers in second and the Crazy Crabs in third place. An exciting race today, with the Blues completely dominating the second half of the race, starting in 11th place in the starting order. Great comeback for them. Here is the full race 5 results, with the Blues, Polar Rollers, and Crazy Crabs in first, second, and third place respectively. Polar Rollers and Crazy Crabs have almost the same exact time. Here are the full Marble Cup standings. Cherry Bombs have taken first place from the Rangers, and the Saucy Speeders taking second place, with the Rangers falling down to third place in the overall standings. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the final race of the Marble Cup here at Marble Sports Pro. Good day, everybody.